Okay, coaches, welcome to Black Ops Game Planning in the Red Zone. Here's another Red Zone breakdown here. We're going to take a look at a nice play here from Alabama. And I think there's a few things you can take from this. You can obviously watch the play, the way they run it, and we all run snag. They switched up here a little bit with number one and number two switch. So we're used to obviously bringing number one in here. Most teams are running their snag in there. Number two would be the tight end running the corner route, and then obviously the back would still be running the arrow route there. But Alabama does a nice job of switching up here with 1 and 2. You'll see it on film. And then you take a look at this backside concept. I think there's a really nice concept here to beat cover 2. So I think you guys can add this to your cover 2 beating menu, where you've got, whether it's a 10-yard or 12-yard 90 cut in and a snag route, you're just going to isolate this will right here. And I think it's a really good play. We actually used something like that this past fall, and we got some good use out of that. So there's another concept there for you. So there's a number of ways to read snag. I think it's a feel for your quarterback, but I think it's a really good concept. And whatever you put on the backside, I think with this as a basic read, the first thing you could say is, all right, this is going to be our true cover 2 beater side over here to the right. And then we've got our snag. If our quarterback just wants to work the snag concept, he's going to work the flat area route first to the snag area. And then what we would consider a situational throw to 3 based on coverage, if it's man, and then obviously who that is. So we'll take a look at the film here. I think it's a really nice concept that you can take some good things from. Okay, we'll take a look at Alabama here. They're bringing number 1 in with some short motion here. Typically you would think that this guy would run the snag, 2 would run the corner out, and then the back would run the arrow from right there. So they're going to switch it up here with number 1 and 2. It's a nice little concept. You're going to see how this thing opens up. I think it causes the corner and that outside linebacker here up here to make a mistake here. I think they're trying to fit a regular snag, and then they both run wide with the arrow routes. I think it's a really good pass concept here, play design here from Alabama. And then on the backside, I think you've got a nice little cover 2 beater here with an in route, and then you've got the snag, and you're just going to isolate one guy. So number of different ways that you can read this. If you're just going to read the snag area, we've always taught, you're going to read the widest throw first to the arrow route to the snag, and then at the corner route is going to be a situational throw. You could, tell your quarterback if they're too high here like they are, you could make it a ram read, and you're going to read away from the mic. So if the mic comes here, you work this side. If the mic stays to this side, then you work the snag side. So there's a number of different ways. I'm not going to tell you what the best way is, because I think guys are going to get a feel for it. It's what your quarterback's comfortable with. But I think there's a couple really good concepts here that we'll take a look at here. So you're going to see a switch there by 1 and 2. You're going to see the tight end is going to run for width to get in that snag area. And now the receiver is just going to be the corner out, and you still have got the back. So some really nice space there. Still, the way we'll read it is 1, 2, 3, and we just want to, if we can out leverage the defense there, we want to throw it to number 1 first. If everyone runs wide, now we're going to look for this area right here, which you're going to see. Alabama's going to throw a completion. This would be a situational throw, the way we teach it with our quarterbacks. And then, just taking a look at this concept over here, where you can really just isolate that will linebacker, and you're just going to high-low them. If they're going to have a corner that's going to play outside and safety high, you're really high-lowing one guy and stretching that guy pretty good, especially if the mic runs away. So pretty good concept here by Alabama here. So I think there's some things that you can take from this concept.